Hello, I'm Nexus. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll talk about the US's strange project called 750 million genetically modified flies. If you're ready, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comments in the comments before moving on to the video. Let's get started. Florida is preparing to launch an extraordinary environmental project. 750 million genetically modified mosquitoes will be released into nature by 2024 to control the mosquito population in the region. So why is this project so important, and what is the scientific truth behind it? Recent malaria cases in some states in America have brought discussions about the danger of a new epidemic back to the agenda, especially in Florida and Texas. 5 people hospitalized were diagnosed with malaria. Malaria, which is usually seen in Central Africa, Asia, and South America, was detected in America for the first time in 20 years. Following this development, authorities in the Sarasota region of Florida collected mosquito samples and conducted extensive examinations at disease control and prevention centers. Tests revealed that the mosquitoes carried malaria. The incident was widely covered in both the American and European press. The study found that Florida is a disease-prone area and that mosquitoes, especially those common in Florida, carry diseases such as Zika, dengue fever, and chikungunya, which cause serious public health problems and have forced authorities to seek new and more effective control methods. In Florida, authorities have approved a project to release 750 million genetically modified mosquitoes and native species that carry and bite them at sea. It is hoped that the release of the harmless new species will reduce the number of mosquitoes that carry diseases such as Zika virus or dengue virus and dengue virus. It is hoped that the population will be reduced by genetic manipulation in an environmentally friendly area. Male mosquitoes released into the wild mate with wild females, and most of the larvae die before becoming adults, reducing the mosquito population over time and increasing the risk of disease spreading. While the project has attracted interest from the scientific community, some environmental groups and public health experts oppose the experiment. The main criticism is the possible negative effects of the genetically modified creatures on the ecosystem. Some are calling the mosquito cows a parks experiment that could upset the natural balance. Environmentalists say genetically modified mosquitoes could wreak havoc on the ecosystem and increase the risk of new hybrid strains resistant to drugs. In fact, a group opposing the plan has collected nearly 250,000 signatures on change.org and accuses Oxtec of turning America into a testing ground for mutated insects. But the company running the project insists the experiment poses no danger to humans or the environment, and some government-backed studies support these claims. According to the Oxtec website, the company says that it has achieved positive results in field tests it conducted in Brazil. It is reported that a similar project has been approved by federal authorities for implementation in Texas in 2021, but not by the state government. Federal approval was expected for the release of genetically modified Siri cows in Florida in 2021. In May, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency granted a permit to the British-based and American-based Oxtec company to produce genetically modified male Egypt mosquitoes. The Aedes species is a type of mosquito that can spread serious diseases such as Zika, chikungunya, calf fever, but only the female flies that bite humans. The flies are expected to mate with females. Thanks to this genetic intervention, the male mosquitoes are expected to carry a protein. It causes all female mosquitoes to die before they reach the age of biting and laying eggs. On the other hand, only male syrinx flies that feed on flower nectar survive and pass on their genes to the next generation of male mosquitoes. With this method, it is hoped that the Aedes cereus mosquito population in the region will decrease over time, and thus the diseases spread by this species will be brought under control. If this experimental project to be implemented in Florida is successful, it can be considered as an important step in controlling mosquito-borne diseases worldwide. But the environmental impacts and the public's approach to such projects will be one of the most important factors that will determine the spread of such biotechnological interventions in the future. Although the project stands out as a promising scientific development in order to stop the spread of diseases, it reminds us that we should be careful about intervening in nature. While all this is happening, a social media user tweeted that Bill Gates, genetically modified mosquito, he claimed that he was trying to reduce the world population with flies, and even made it deadly. In fact, it is very natural for Bill Gates' name to be mentioned, because the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation first offered to provide resources to the World Mosquito Program in 2004, and is still among the main supporters of the project. In the grants section of the Foundation's website, it is also shared that 3 separate grant agreements were made at Oxtec. The first grant was provided in June 2018 for the purpose of transferring a self-limiting genetic platform to a malaria vector in Central America and the Caribbean. The second grant was given in September 2020 as a 1-year support of $1.4 million, which aims to prepare partners for the process of testing self-limiting mosquitoes in Africa and North America. The third and final grant was provided in March 2021. This time, it was provided for a project related to cattle ticks and food sustainability for agriculture and development purposes. Melinda Gates, in this sense, although it is true that it provided resources to 2 main organizations conducting studies, this resource was developed to prevent flies from spreading diseases and to reduce mosquito populations. In other words, there is no aim to reduce the world population. Apart from these, the European Center for Disease Control released a warning about invasive mosquito species a while ago. Similar warnings are also voiced by many health organizations, a warning indicating that this species is spreading across the European Union countries. It also closely concerns the world. So, what do you think about these mosquitoes? Do you think the 750 million mosquito project could cause a new epidemic? Don't forget to write your answers and opinions in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. See you in the next video.